No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here, boy, for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got this.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions.
It's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
Pass complete to Neighbors. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Play action. Now Wilson escaping to his left. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill. Slides to avoid the contact and picks up the first down.
13 yards. And the Giants first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
A run with the man out for Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Robertson on the stop. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second and 6. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Giants.
First down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. From the gun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll be taken down. It is a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards.
For the Lions. First down and goal to go.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. We'll go play action with Goff. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead.
Makes the score Lions 7, Giants 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Eric Gray to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Lions offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is gone. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
That's caught by Gibbs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter as they begin with 3rd and 8. Goff to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he will score! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Giants 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
This is one of those plays where you either have to just eat it or you got to make a better decision on where you throw that ball, because you continue to throw the ball into these crowds, especially under pressure, you're going to turn the ball over, balls are going to get tipped up in the air, and bad things are going to happen. So, fortunately for him, it winds up incomplete, but got to expect better decision-making as the game goes on. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Now Goff. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Laporta in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he will not quite get to the markers. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
On 4th down, Goff. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll take this one in. Tim Patrick, touchdown Lions.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Giants 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gray going to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd down, they need 5. pocket looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a pitch to Montgomery. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Goff. Forced out wide, and they're not going to even sniff the 1st down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This one from 41 yards out. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 41 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Ray gonna return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. The shotgun. Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Wilson. He takes off. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Wilson. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it'll lead to a second down. On second down, Russ. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now Russ will get this into the hands of Neighbors. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
14. And the Giants' first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
And long.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Third and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to be fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of the second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. A quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Neighbors in motion. Play action. It's Wilson. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Lions have got it. Bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, His confidence is not far behind, and I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. That one is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Throwing now. Wilson on foot. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The Giants sending out their punter. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Laporta in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Goff. Got a man open. It's Patrick. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
44-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 4. Williams in motion. On play action. Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Now, Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's well done as they get the conversion on third and 13.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Gain of 7. Makes it third and 4.
Goff going to hold on to it.
The quarterback keeps it on the option.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
He was tackled at the 27.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 6. On to the fourth quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Emir Smith-Marset now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But, see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. On the give, it's Tracy. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he will have a Giants first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. Throwing again, Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
They need to get to the 22, but now face the third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the fourth quarter.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That ball caught. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants are able to cut into the deficit.
Giants 10.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
41 brings up 2nd down.
They'll go play action with Goff. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun, it's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Wilson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play for the Giants. 42 yards.
And the Giants.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll run with Tracy. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Wilson to throw. Forced out wide. And he's in! Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Giants. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Wilson has everyone set as they will go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try to run it with Tracy. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tacking on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. Their job made a little easier by that big kick return. They start in tremendous field position here. On 1st down, it's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Laporta in motion. They hand it to Gibbs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First down.
I think this is one of those play calls, Mike, that really just comes down to understanding your personnel. You realize, okay, your back is not one of those big bruising guys, run it up the middle on 3rd and short. Instead, use the speed, use the vision, get them outside the offensive line, and let him find that space to pick up the first down.
Laporta in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On second down, it's Gibbs. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So it's a win here for the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.